In our effort to bring you more to every story, we are following up on the Cheney School District evacuations of 2 high schools following a bomb threat yesterday. Today, KREM 2's Christian Garza has been looking into what the revised Code of Washington lays out for districts across the state to follow during situations like this. And Christian, what'd you find out?
Well, there are over 30 different things Washington school districts need to do or have in place for emergency situations like what happened on Wednesday in Cheney. All schools in Washington need to adopt and implement a safe school plan involving things like addressing initial emergency response, whether that's sheltering in place, a lockdown, or in Cheney's case, an evacuation. Districts need to create a plan for family and student reunification with staff and first responders, and the building principal needs to be certified on the incident command system. One section of the code lays out what districts need to do specifically for evacuations, like identifying school transportation procedures by including bus staging areas, evacuation routes, and communication systems between staff and first responders. On Wednesday, texts came through to parents saying that Cheney and Three Springs High Schools were being evacuated, later confirming that it was an anonymous bomb threat targeting both schools. According to these text message updates from a Cheney parent, these updates were sent in about 20-minute intervals, not telling parents until almost an hour later where students were being held and where parents can come pick them up. It was later discovered that the threat was unfounded and there were no explosive devices near any of the schools. However, parents' feedback online say they were confused and frustrated with the lack of information and response when it came to the safety of their students.
We evacuated the school as quickly as possible, as safely as possible.
Detective Sergeant Zeb Campbell with the Cheney Police Department says dealing with close to 1,600 students is always a challenge, but working with staff makes it easier to keep everyone safe.
You know, we haven't looked at how it went, but based on just watching it transpire, it looked very smooth.
Although parents might not have gotten updates on students as frequently as they hoped, when looking at both the response and guidelines from the state, Cheney School District did everything they needed to in regards to getting students out of harm's way. It should also be noted that there isn't anything in state code requiring districts to frequently communicate with parents during these emergencies, but rather notify them once a reunification plan is made. KREM 2 reached out to Cheney School District to speak with them about their response and how they handled the situation. They sent us a statement saying, "We are incredibly proud of how our students and staff responded during the evacuation. Their quick action made all the difference. We also want to thank law enforcement agencies for being outstanding partners throughout the incident." Law enforcement says at this point they have no information about a potential suspect or charges, but the revised Code of Washington says making a bomb threat to any public or private building is a Class B felony. We were out in Cheney all day yesterday talking with students and law enforcement about the threat. To find that full coverage as well as information regarding what is expected of school districts across the state when it comes to emergency situations, you can just head to our website, KREM.com. In the newsroom, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.